Hey warriors, listen closely. When people play dirty, most people make one fatal mistake: they react emotionally. Or they try to stay morally clean in a game that was never clean. And that's exactly how they lose. Before we go further, subscribe to Easy Life Studio right now, because this mindset will save you from getting played again. Here's the uncomfortable truth: the world doesn't punish manipulation, it punishes naivety. And the people who keep getting outplayed aren't stupid. They're principled without strategy, honest without awareness, decent in environments that reward perception, timing, and leverage. This is where Machiavelli comes in. Machiavelli wasn't teaching people how to be cruel. He was teaching people how to stop being blind. He understood that power doesn't announce itself. Manipulation doesn't look aggressive, and danger rarely raises its voice. Look closely at dirty players. They don't rush, they don't threaten, they don't explode, they smile, they wait. They let you assume good intentions while they study your reactions. Most people reveal themselves without being asked, through emotional reactions, long explanations, and the need to be understood, liked, or seen as fair. Machiavelli saw this centuries ago. He knew the fastest way to lose power is to assume everyone is playing by the same rules you are. Dirty players don't break rules loudly. They bend context quietly. They don't attack your strength. They position themselves around your expectations. They exploit your hesitation. They rely on your belief that things will work themselves out. And they win while you're still deciding how to respond properly. This is not about becoming heartless. It's not about lying, cheating, or becoming what you hate. It's about thinking clearly when others don't want you to. Because refusing to acknowledge manipulation doesn't make you noble. It makes you predictable. If someone is playing dirty with you, it's not because they're superior. It's because they understand timing, psychology, and human weakness better than you've been taught to. And once you learn what they see, you stop reacting. You stop explaining. You stop wasting energy where it's being harvested. Now I'm going to share 7 Machiavellian principles that help you think when others play dirty, not to dominate, not to destroy, but to become mentally unreachable. And if you're serious about becoming harder to manipulate, subscribe to Easy Life Studio right now. Don't miss what comes next. Also, type this in the comments: I choose awareness over reaction. Principle 1. Stop assuming intentions. Start reading incentives. Most people ask, what do they mean? Machiavelli would say that question is useless. Meaning is invisible. Incentives are not. When someone plays dirty, they don't wake up thinking, how can I be evil today? They think, what benefits me right now? That difference matters more than morality ever will. The fastest way to get manipulated is to analyze people by intention instead of advantage. You listen to tone, you search for sincerity, you look for emotional consistency. Meanwhile, the other person is tracking outcomes, leverage, timing, and access. This mismatch is where control shifts. Behavior follows reward, not virtue. People repeat what works, abandon what costs them, and justify everything in between. So stop asking, why did they do that? And ask a sharper question: what do they gain if I believe this? That one question cuts through performance. If someone benefits from your patience, they will encourage patience. If they benefit from your silence, they will reward your restraint, until it no longer serves you. If they gain from confusion, they will never rush clarity. Once you start tracking incentives, patterns appear fast. You notice who cooperates only when observed, who becomes vague when accountability approaches, who talks about fairness only when they're ahead, who suddenly becomes moral when consequences show up. And none of this requires confrontation. It requires observation without commentary. Machiavelli warned that reacting too early teaches people how to manage you. When you respond emotionally, you reveal what matters. When you demand explanations, you reveal uncertainty. When you seek reassurance, you reveal dependence. Instead, distance yourself mentally. Let behavior continue long enough to reveal direction. Watch what stays consistent when praise, pressure, and politeness are removed. Incentives don't lie, they repeat. When you stop assuming shared values, you regain strategic footing, not because you become paranoid, but because you become accurate. You stop needing closure. You stop demanding honesty from people who profit from ambiguity. You stop expecting alignment from those invested in imbalance. And here's the best part. Once you see incentives clearly, the emotional charge fades. You stop feeling personally attacked. You feel informed, and that calm is power. So remember, don't argue motives. Adjust access. Don't debate fairness. Change position. Don't expose what you see. Let behavior prove itself. Machiavelli never said, trust no one. He said, Understand first, engage later. If this helped you, subscribe to Easy Life Studio for more powerful mindset lessons. And drop this in the comments. I read incentives, not stories.